Waiting for James, written by Beatrice Welmer, based on Samuel Beckett's novel Waiting for Godot. Bobby is very late to meet Dylan on the field outside their elementary school. When he arrives in a hurry, Dylan is afraid he was taking so long because there are people in school that bully him. The problem is, Bobby rarely remembers anything and no one really knows why. But Dylan is in such a rush to meet someone they both don't know called James, so he avoids asking Bobby any more questions about the bullying. While they are walking in the forest a few kilometers away from school, Bobby asks who James is, and Dylan says it's the guy who will fix their problems. Bobby doesn't know who James is or what's going on, so to change the subject, he suggests they hang upside down in the tree nearby them in the forest. Dylan is so hung up on waiting for James, he says they should wait for him first before they proceed to hanging in the tree. Bobby is annoyed because he doesn't even remember who James is, but he listens to Dylan and doesn't climb the tree. He does, however, think it's possible to have fun while they wait for someone they don't know or don't remember. A while later, Bobby starts poking Dylan and telling him that he's bored because James still hasn't arrived. But all of a sudden, they both hear something coming from the bushes in front of them. Dylan gets so excited because it might be James and all his problems could be solved. Peter, however, introduces him and his friend as Peter and Lucky. Bobby is just happy to see other people, and Dylan is disappointed, but also kind of happy. Peter is curious as to why Dylan and Bobby aren't doing anything. Dylan says they're waiting for James, and when Peter asks who James is, Bobby automatically says he doesn't know. Peter is very surprised that he doesn't know who or what he's waiting for, and Dylan gets so mad he yells that James is the guy who will fix their problems. Bobby again changes subject because he doesn't know why Dylan gets so mad and notices that Peter's friend, Lucky, moved from where he was standing. Peter says Lucky only does what he tells him to do, so Bobby asks him to make Lucky dance. Dylan and Bobby find how Lucky dances very strange, and Peter just says he's not very good at anything. They wonder how Peter can treat Lucky the way he does. It's not normal to them at all. Even though Lucky doesn't react, Dylan and Bobby still want him to say something because they feel bad for him. But Lucky still stays silent, even though they ask him to say something. When Peter demands that they leave, however, Lucky stays behind to wish Dylan and Bobby good luck waiting for James. This shows them that Lucky knew exactly what was going on and when they were talking, and he isn't stupid. A while later, Dylan is upset and says they needed the luck that Lucky wished them because James still hasn't arrived. Bobby asks him why, and he tells him because James needs to come and fix their problems. Bobby still has no idea what Dylan is talking about and doesn't remember who James is, so he asks if they can leave, and Dylan says sure because he's starting to doubt whether James will ever come at all. But they are still there a while later. Bobby asks if they can leave again, and Dylan says sure again, yet they still never go anywhere and continue waiting.